All right, guys and gals, it's me, George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man, and we got a different project we're going to look at today. The question is, can we revive this 2010 Hewlett-Packard Pavilion computer? You can see it originally had Windows 7 in it. It was the top of the line because it had a 1 terabyte hard drive, which was unheard of back in 2010 for the most part. The question is, can we revive this dump find computer? It has no hard drive in it presently. It does still have the drive for the DVD, and it's a light scribe, so it means it can actually do scribing on the computer disc, on the DVD disc with an image. It has built-in memory card reader. On the front, it has two USB ports, as well as an earphone and a microphone port. And all of that closes up to make it a nice, clean looking computer. And when it was originally purchased, it had an AMD Athlon 2 645 quad core processor. Yeah, 6 gigabyte of memory. We're going to put more than that into it. It had an ATI Radeon HD integrated graphics. As far as I know, the graphics card is still there. Yes, it is. And it has an updated output for the monitor, as well as the original AVA, and it has 4 USB ports back here, plus an Ethernet card, which we don't need to worry about, and it's got all the plugins for earphones and headphones and all that good stuff. It also has this HDMI port on here, which is entirely unusual. I'm not sure that that was original to the computer. That looks like it was added in. So we're going to put in I'm hoping that the motherboard is good. Like I said, it came out of the dump. It does have some RAM in it still. Has 2 RAM chips. I haven't taken them out to see what they are. It has room for 4. I have more from my own stock here, and we will upgrade that as necessary, and we'll see what we can do to see if this thing will run again and if it'll perform, and it might even replace one of the computers I have now. I have 2 computers at the moment, and one of them is running Windows 11, one is running Windows 10 still. This one will have Windows 10, and it would be great. I would have preferred the Windows 7 if the hard drive was still left in it. Windows 7 was better than 10 or 11. But because one of the benefits of Windows 7 is you could mate 2 computers together and, you know, access files from both without doing a lot of hijinks. Anyway, let's see if we can get this, what is it, 16 years old, 2010, we're in 15-year-old computer to work again. And do it with a minimum of hassle and a minimum of modification. Hold on to your hats for the dump find revival. Okay, so this still had the original RAM in it, and these are the 2 pieces of RAM that I took out of it. And we're going to upgrade it. This was, let's see, this one here was 4 gigabytes, and this one here was 2 gigabytes, and we're going to upgrade it to 32. We'll see if it will hold 32 or not, but 16 and 16, and these are super dupers. So I'm going to install them in here. Not sure if this computer will handle it. I'm not sure about the motherboard handling it. They're both DDR3, so that part of it is compatible. But whether or not the motherboard can handle this kind of RAM, I don't know. But we'll find out in a moment. So when you're putting your RAM sticks in there, you want to make sure that you push them down in all the way. And you'll know that they're in all the way if you hear that click on both ends and you see your tab fold into place. Onward and upward. Next thing to do is to unwrap our new SSD hard drive to hook in here. Well, I changed the 32 gig RAM and brought it down to 16. This is an older motherboard and setup, so I figured I'd start off small and see how it goes with this. It does have an updated video card in it, which has HDMI port. It has 3 different ports on it actually. So I've got it hooked up. I have a monitor that I bought at a thrift store for 10 bucks. I suppose I should put a keyboard out, hey? Okay, we've got a keyboard, we've got a mouse. I'm not sure if it works or not, but it's a wireless mouse. And I have the receiver over here. So I just have the hard drive sit down in there. I've got to get a different holder for it. This is out of a newer computer, so it doesn't plug in here. So let's see what we can do here. It's plugged in. A light comes on and it's blinking. That's a good sign. See if anything comes up on our monitor or not. Monitor's on. Fan didn't come on. That's not a good thing. Oh yes, it did. The fan is on and it's running. What about the one on the, yep, the fan on the power supply is running. Of course, there's no guarantee that this monitor is any good. Oh, auto adjust in progress. See what happens. Something's happening here. It's blinking up in the corner. Well, I had to swap hard drives because the hard drive I had plugged in, I thought had Windows on it already. So now I've got a different hard drive in, right there. This is a solid state drive. That's what SSD stands for, rather than the regular hard drives, which I should show you right here. This is the alternative, the big things that we used to use. And you can see I formatted this one in 327.25, which means I wiped it clean and had it all set up so it can be reused. This one, it's closer to the time frame that the computer actually was. That's 2010, this is 2011. Both pieces are functioning still, but this one is a lot bigger and they don't run as fast as the solid state. This one actually has a disc inside of it that's like a CD or a DVD, and that's what it runs off of. So these can break down more. The other one is solid state, no discs. That's the difference. So it's booted up, and I have a disk in there, and I'm going to install Windows 10. Click on the button, and it says install now, and it's starting the setup. So it looks like we may have a viable computer here. I'm not going to take you through the setup because that takes a while and you have to do all kinds of stuff in the process. But I'd say that this was a good retrieve from the dump. Thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing on something a little bit different from the Shade Tree Fix-It Man. There it is, all booted up. Thanks for watching. Bye now.